Welcome, everyone, to the very first Hanging Out with Howie on Monday nights.
Hi, Howie.
I have two
Howie?
very, very special guests, and there you are. The Brian S. Red and Jimmy Spin. And we're going to talk about, because the three of us were very integral to the chill events, and which morphed into the chill room. So we're going to do a history, past, present, and future. So with that, I believe it was 2017, and this all started with the Disc Jockey News TV Insiders, which anyone is welcome to join. There is some free account with limited access, and for $10 a month, there are literally thousands of videos on just about any topic you can think of, from, you know, industry leaders like Brian and MJ and John himself and the various guests that they've had on. And so you can go in there and use the search and have at it, for only $10 a month. And then when we do the conventions, you're already an insider member, and you will get access to all that exclusive content that never sees YouTube or anything like that. With that being said, what happened was the insider thing just really took off and became like a family. And in 2017, people started posting in the insider and saying, hey, we should have a meetup. We should have a meetup at the expo in Atlantic City. And so John contacted me and said, Howie, they want to have a meetup. Can you find a place? So I found the Irish pub and negotiated some drink specials and some food specials and so forth. And the very first one was 35 people. Do you have a picture of that, Jimmy?
Yep. Here's the insider pub. The Irish pub. And the first one,
a shot of us. There was like 35 of us, I believe. And there we were, all huddled, just enjoying, some beverages and some food and swapping stories and laughing a lot. It was a very good time.
Larry looks thrilled. They're at the back.
Yes. Now, come 2018, we decided that, hey, maybe we want to have, like an unofficial, takeover type of thing that Brian has done many of those in Vegas and been part of that. Jay has as well. Vegas, Atlantic City. I'm Midwest. You started something up there. And so we decided, well, okay, let's see. I negotiated with them. They said, yeah, you can have the patio. And we went there in 2018, and we had a full light and sound system there. And we had 4 DJs from Disc Jockey News TV. And this is, Jimmy, can you show us a few of those shots?
Yep. There you go.
Now, this isn't the video that I wanted yet.
Okay.
That's a video, right?
Yep.
I have a real quick story to tell before that.
All right.
Okay. Now, we were outside here in that courtyard, and it rained like crazy. But I'll tell you what, you can go ahead and run that video. What happened was we were there. Everything, I mean, it was really packed. And the reason that we wanted to have this was that we invited all of our sponsors and anybody that wanted to come, because after being in the convention center, even with earplugs at 130 dB, it is just ear fatigued like crazy. Okay. So John said, hey, look, it's got to be chill. And that's where the word came from. So, Jimmy, don't start it yet, please.
All righty.
Okay. So what we wanted to do was keep the music level low enough that people can socialize and have a conversation as an alternative to going to the after parties, which are at another 130 dB. And so we did have a really, really good turnout. Now, if you want to share that video, I'll start the story. We were there all afternoon moving these big concrete things. I was tired and I'm sitting out, and Brian comes up and he sits down. He goes, "How you doing, brother?" I said, "Okay." He says, "You all right?" And I said, "Well, I'm a bit fatigued, and now I got to get up and do these, these giveaways right now and MC. So do you have sound on that, Jimmy?"
I thought you were getting it. Hang on. I hit the box.
So Brian's sitting next to me, and he notices that I'm fatigued, and I said, he offered to do the emceeing. I said, "Man, would you please?" I gave him the mic, and he went up there and he killed it. And here's a quick clip of what Brian did there. He really killed it. Audio, please.
Yep. It's not.
You probably didn't click the share sound box.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, but I'll go back.
It's turned down too.
Yep. No problem. We can come back to it.
All right, we'll skip over that. Anyway, Brian was gracious enough to do that for us. It was just a funny thing that we had hoped to get in there. So what happened after the chill events were very successful, so much so that the year after that, it rained, and we thought, oh, nobody's going to come.
Same here.
And we were inside, and it was standing room only. There was over 150 people standing inside. And so here we come to Brian, because right after that event, it was still 2020, and February, we went out to Photo Booth Expo, Disc Jockey News, and John Young produced the DJ track of it. And how did that happen, Brian, where you came up with, hey, let's have a chill room?
Well, when we were doing the, I guess, preliminaries for the show itself, John was consulting with me a bit on that and just asking, well, what kind of elements do you think would be good to have? Or what's missing from other shows? What can we bring that other shows don't do? And I said, well, the thing that I think is really valuable that doesn't have enough emphasis is a place for people just to meet, and a place for people to unwind a little bit, maybe do a little business if they have to, answer text messages, check their email, chill out, have a drink, and not some institutional area. Because I've seen that. They'll have like tables set up somewhere, and there's the bright fluorescent lights on and the funky orange, panel dividers for the rooms, and it's just not. It's not sexy, okay? So I'm like, let's do a chill lounge. Let's make it look like an ultra lounge. Let's make it really comfortable and intimate, and just get everybody's guard down like you do with lighting. You make the room dark, and you put some ambience in there, kind of take it out of their comfort zone a little bit, and bring them into an area that's a little more fantasy, where they can, kind of maybe relax and feel like they can be themselves. So if they thought it was a good idea, so we decided to just call it the show lounge. And that was right off the show floor of Photo Booth Expo and the DJ leg of it. Everybody was welcome. And we did have some room sponsors. We had Ape Lighting in there. We had Electro Voice. I don't know that anybody else officially sponsored it, but Jay was there. Unofficially, Jay was there, I believe. And provided the controller.
Now, did you call that the chill lounge? I thought it was called the chill room. I thought I remember seeing a sign somewhere.
There we go.
No, well, chill room. That's fine. I
Yeah.
suggested the chill lounge because I was kind of going for an ultra lounge feel, but John must have decided to call it the chill
Yeah.
room. So yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Chill room. That's what they officially called it. But
Okay,
I just
so-
thought like, you know, a lounge is essentially what it was supposed to be. A place
Yeah,
to go in.
Yeah, and we
I mean-
were all so hyped after that.
I had this vision of like oversized sofas and stuff like you'd see, you know, in a lounge. And I remember talking to Owen at Ape at the time. I'm like, well, he's like, well, you know, we could go to Goodwill and get this stuff. I'm like, yeah, we could totally do that. We just put drapes over it, and then, you know, at the end of the show, we'll just, you know, donate it back to Goodwill.
Right.
Because it's going to cost less to do that than it's going to cost to rent the stuff. Even if we buy new stuff, it probably costs less than renting it. We can just throw it away when it's over. Who cares? But I just had this. At the time, I don't know why, but I just had this vision of making it look like something you'd see in Paisley Park Studios in Minneapolis or Minnesota. That's what I wanted to do. You know, very Prince-esque kind of cool thing. But it was cool. It worked out really nice, and
It
was
really
minimal effort.
was. You did a great job with the lighting in there too.
Yeah, it was pretty simple. Real
and-
easy stuff.
And the fact
I
that
really,
both you and Stevie, your daughter, schlepped that stuff in your carry-on bags all the way.
Well, Owen had quit Ape Labs. He was the guy
Right.
who was like on board
Right.
with this. He was going to be in there. He was going to be this product rep, and Germany had agreed to pay to sponsor this, which is essentially room rental from South Point. And Owen left, and then Germany didn't really know anything about it, and it got weird. And I tried to broker the deal, but to save money on it, I'm like, okay, I tell you what, we'll just put my product in my luggage, and we'll bring it. So between Stevie and I, we loaded up our suitcases, and then I couldn't bring my charging cases, so I had to have the gentleman at what's it, KPO DJ bring me some chargers for Ape because I didn't have any additional chargers.
Mm-hmm.
We were running it for like what was it, 2 days or 3 days?
Yeah,
3
we had it
days.
for,
So 3
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, the lights are 12 hours. That's great, but if we're running them all day, they're going to need a top off.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was an interesting undertaking, but we pulled it off.
That
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah. It
I
was nice.
I brought lights myself. I brought movers
Yeah.
in a second carry-on, and yeah, they charged $60 for it, but they paid for it because, well, I mean, we were on a limited budget, and
Yeah,
we
very
did
much.
pull it off, and we did it. It was a fun time, and we were all so hyped about it because we knocked it out of the park, and then COVID came along.
Yeah.
And then I guess you got together with John, and somehow we're here right now in the
chill
chill room. Tell us, how did that come about?
Amazingly, that feels like 10 years ago. And I wasn't prepared to even answer this question because that's not here. But I do remember, I guess, thinking back, it was a conversation we were just having privately, and it might have been on the
Mhm.
phone about everything that was happening. And I said, you know what I think would be a nice public service? Is it possible right now, because people are tweaking? Social media was going nuts. People were
Mhm.
panicking.
Yes.
Would it be possible to open up a public Zoom room for anybody to go in nightly? You know, maybe this week, just to cool people out. You know, take them off the ledge a little bit, talk a little shop, maybe talk, about something other than what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a nice service for anyone who's involved with our network or beyond. Maybe we can bring some people in who, aren't involved with our network, and we can be there for some support. And John said, yeah, we can do that. So he created this room, and here it is.
So here we are in the
Yeah.
present, and we really have helped some people out.
Yeah.
What I really like is when you're the concept and idea guy, and we run stuff back and forth. We've done that for a few years now with different ideas. But when you started the DJ Video Cave, this is like a step beyond that, where we're real time talking instead of answering a video.
Right.
And what I saw happen with the Video Cave is, because it's private, and the same thing with the chill room is, come in, take a chance, put yourself on camera, and evolve from that. We have someone viewing right now. Rachel is viewing right now. And I remember when you used to do those little video snippets, and I saw one from years ago. And my very first videos were terrible. I'm like, oh my God. And Rachel has mentioned how she practiced in there because it was a safe place.
Sure.
And this chill room is a safe place as well. You know, we have some people that come in, you know, and just chill, and that's fine. There is no pressure, but we welcome you to get on camera, put yourself out there. It's almost like practicing to be an MC at your events. You get to practice being on camera, practice your speaking and your cadence and so forth like that. So that's what we have for the present. Now, what are we going to do for the future? Hey, things are going to open up. And Jimmy's going to be hard at work, aren't you, Jimmy, for August?
Yeah.
Because we will be doing another chill event. And what was the name of the place we found for August? Was it Bior or something?
It's a Cajun place.
It's a Cajun place.
It's a Cajun place. Very nice. Food looks incredible. All right. I mean, I don't know if it can hold against the barbecue in Vegas. You know, that Brian.
Well, yeah.
That
one that Brian turned us in.
Yeah.
Brian knows all the cool places to eat.
Yeah.
Roll and smoke barbecue. I mean, what are you going to do? You know, it's Vegas. But okay.
But anyway, you were mentioning, Jimmy, you had looked it up, and it's actually very close to the Hard Rock Cafe that's hosting Expo this year.
2,500 feet.
Every time Jay comes in here and repeatedly asks, where is this place? The only thing I say is cry little sister. And he says, oh, because we were outside talking to the president of Pioneer, because he was at
there
one
with
of our
you
chill
guys.
events.
Yes, I was there.
We were out there hanging out outside so we could talk. And we heard Cry Little Sister off the Lost Boys soundtrack.
Yes.
And he's like, where is that coming from? I said, that building over there. He said, we should go over there. That's a cool song. Yeah. That's where we're having it.
It's literally
the parking lot.
It's right on the other side of the parking lot.
Yeah. Yes. And it's on the boardwalk, I believe, isn't it?
Well,
just a little bit off.
Yeah, it's literally on it shares Irish Pub's parking lot.
Yes.
I mean, it's Pub's parking lot, but the property attaches to it.
And if you can't walk there and you don't want to drive your car and have to pay to get back into the parking deck, you can always take one of those rickshaws where they push you along.
Yeah. Well, being at the Hard Rock Casino, location-wise, it's just a stroll down the boardwalk. I think it
really is. It's just
literally a casino over. You go past resorts and you're kind of there.
Yeah. So
that's my understanding.
For some reason, the last time I got on that damn rickshaw, the guy went like 20 feet and started swearing at me and told me to get the hell off. I don't know why. I mean, what the hell?
Did you prepay?
No.
He dropped dead of a heart attack. I don't know what happened. Just fell over dead.
Said something about shin splints or fallen arch or I don't know.
Yeah, hernia. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, this is the kind of stuff that happens all the time in the chill room we're self-deprecating humor and laughter and a lot of music, and you can be sure that that sort of thing will happen at any chill event. So we already have confirmed just from the chill room that there's going to be 8 people that are regulars in the chill room going to Expo. Everybody's welcome. And if you have any questions, we're going to sign off now, and then everybody can unmute their mics, and we will take any kind of questions. Or, hey, if you don't want to talk about this anymore, we'll talk about anything you want.
Before you log off, before you stop this recording, I do want to add that a couple things, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
You'd mentioned the DJ video cave. Yeah.
Yes.
My concept. Yeah. I kind of let you guys run it. Same thing with this. My concept, kind of let you guys run it. The reason I do these things, especially the video cave, just so everybody understands, and it goes to the point you were just making. We're self-deprecating. We give each other a hard time. We have a sense of humor about each other. This translates very well in video. This would not translate well in text.
Not at all.
The Jimmy and you and I just had, and the laughter we had. If you read this in text, it would look like a hate
offensive
crime.
Yes.
So the reason I wanted to do the video cave was to put your money where your mouth is. You know, you don't have to be some rogue scholar and the English language to ask a question and write a post. All you have to do is turn the camera on. People can hear the candor of your speech, and they can see the expression on your face and how you're presenting your question or your topic. And it puts things in perspective.
It does.
From just, typing stuff. And it's the same thing in here. This is why this is good, and not just a chat room of some kind, because it's important to understand where people are coming from and who they are, and put a name to the face and get to know each other and become friends. And not just have some stupid misunderstanding because of a typo. So
exactly. I couldn't think of a better way to say it. I mean, I know that it wouldn't translate well, like, because I'm known as a jokester or, saying smart remarks. And then when you go, you hole, and I go, and I see your face, I go, that's a term of endearment when Brian calls me that, you know?
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's who we are.
That's who we are.
Well, you should have seen all the crap we went through to get to this point right here.
Oh, man.
All right.
That was the picture I was waiting for, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Moving those things, that took a good hour to move those.
Oh, yeah.
And they had to weigh a ton. We had concrete. Oh, isn't that who is that in the blue shirt? Is that
that's our friend from West Virginia.
Oh,
is that Bob? Is that Bob?
No.
Or Tom?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we were lucky that there were some insiders came early to help us, and it was 4 of us trying to move these things, and we were all sweating, and we finally got that corner cleared out to to put up the lights and get the booth set up. And wow, we made it just in time, and we had a beautiful night. So yeah, and it's all that, like you said, Brian, about in the cave, we're part of the band, and that's how I feel in here. I can't wait to meet the new friends I've made in the chill room in person at Expo.
And just I mean, also me, because if you don't know me really well, if you know me from watching my videos, that's one guy, and he's a nice guy. But if you know me personally, I'm a bit of an anarchist. I don't like to do things by the rules. I don't like to do things officially. I love unofficial things.
I can confirm that.
So anything that isn't officially part of a show, of like DJ Expo, for example, if it's not an official DJ Expo event, I'm all about it. Because,
there you go.
If you know. If you were told it's happening, then you should come. And that's kind of how it organically works. It becomes inviting a friend. And so that's Maro's tamale party. That was his whole thing.
Yes.
The one thing
bring a friend. Just
one
It
thing
was
I'll-
wonderful.
The
New
one
friend,
thing
yeah.
I'll caution you of, no matter what the weatherman says, always bring a tarp.
Yes.
Yes.
That and yeah,
Bring a tarp.
5 minute squall that came over. I reached down to grab the tarp, and these people, you could tell they're real DJs.
That's Michael, by
They
the way.
grabbed it. They grabbed it
that's
out of my
Michael
hand.
Thelma.
They held that up, and then I went up to help with that. And I looked back, and the plastic I put over my computer and my iPads, it had blown off. And I looked back, and there's Rachel with her hair all done up out in the rain, covering my computer. Like, that's love. That's
She
love
ignored
for
my
another-
fries completely.
you know?
like everyone else
And-
did.
Dude, I covered your fries, but I'm sorry about the wind. I mean,
Dude. I'll replace the
Somebody
$5
goes do some goddamn fries.
fries.
look, we'll give you your $5 back. All right.
Yeah, I know, right? Stop crying, will you? Jeez.
All right, guys. I think we should end it here. We
Take a
hit
trip to
the
Golden
30-minute
Arches.
mark. So, all righty. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a good night. And we'll be back hanging out with Howie Mondays
summer.
at 10 o'clock in the chill room.
You can be an
Night, all.
insider.
Right.
Take care.